Welcome to our Hong Kong brief program. I am your host, Jenny. Today, we have some heartwarming stories and exciting news from Hong Kong. First up, in Stanley Prison, fathers are cherishing special Christmas moments with their children through a unique parent-child program. This initiative not only fosters positive interactions, but also encourages inmates to reflect on their roles as parents and strive for a better future. Next, we dive into the world of toys, where the quirky plush character Labubu is making waves across Asia. Designed by Kasing Lung and produced by Pop Mart, Labubu's success is reshaping perceptions of Chinese-made products, with a remarkable sales growth that's turning heads in the industry. It's a fantastic example of how creativity can boost brand power and change narratives. Finally, we turn our attention to tennis, as Hong Kong's tennis chief believes the city has the potential to become a major hub for the sport in Asia. With its strategic location and improving infrastructure, more players are considering Hong Kong for their training. This could be a game changer for the local sports scene. Please stay tuned for more detailed coverage. South China Morning Post highlights the heartwarming initiative at Hong Kong's Stanley Prison, where incarcerated fathers are given a chance to bond with their young children during special playtime sessions. 2 days before Christmas, inmate Hong shared a joyful moment with his 9-year-old daughter, Lily, free from the usual barriers. The prison's parent-child center, designed to resemble a playroom, allows these fathers to engage with their children in a nurturing environment, fostering emotional connections that can help motivate them to improve their lives. With the support of correctional staff and social workers, these interactions have led many inmates to reflect on their past behaviors and strive for positive change, as they aspire to be better parents and break the cycle of crime that has affected their families. In another article, the South China Morning Post reports on the rise of the Labubu toy, a quirky plush character that has captivated toy enthusiasts across Asia. Designed by Kasing Lung and produced by Pop Mart, Labubu has transformed the perception of made-in-China products, showcasing unique designs and brand power that resonate with consumers. The toy's popularity surged after being featured by celebrities, leading to remarkable sales growth for Pop Mart, which now holds a significant share of the trendy toy market. This success story illustrates a broader trend of Chinese companies leveraging brand recognition to expand internationally, with Pop Mart's innovative marketing strategies positioning it as a leader in the global toy industry. Lastly, the South China Morning Post discusses Hong Kong's potential to emerge as a prominent tennis hub in Asia, as expressed by Michael Chung, president of the Hong Kong, China Tennis Association. Following the visit of China's top player Zhang Zhizhen, Chung emphasized the city's ideal training conditions and infrastructure that could attract more players to train in Hong Kong. He envisions the city as a strategic stop for athletes traveling to tournaments, particularly during the lead-up to major events like the Australian Open. With Hong Kong hosting multiple professional tennis tournaments this season, the city is steadily building its reputation as a serious tennis destination, appealing to both local and international players seeking high-quality training experiences. South China Morning Post reports that mainland Chinese stocks are experiencing a positive trend, with the CSI 300 index reaching a near 2-week high as investors express optimism regarding increased fiscal support from Beijing aimed at stabilizing the economy. The index saw a slight increase of 0.2%, while the Shanghai Composite Index dipped by 0.1%. Notably, the Industrial and Commercial Bank of China, ICBC, surged to a record high, driven by the attractiveness of high dividend shares amid declining bond yields. The Chinese government plans to boost growth by selling a staggering 3 trillion yuan in special government bonds next year, significantly higher than the previous year's 1 trillion yuan, with the proceeds earmarked for consumption and investment. In another article, the South China Morning Post highlights the growing frustration with the increasing reliance on technology in everyday services, as one individual recounts their disappointing experience with a parking app. the shift from human interaction to app-based services, such as scanning receipts for free parking, has left many feeling alienated and frustrated. The author reflects on the loss of personal connections and the human touch in service industries, emphasizing the value of small interactions, like chatting with cashiers, which foster community bonds. As businesses adopt more automated systems, concerns arise about losing the essence of genuine service, raising questions about the balance between efficiency and maintaining human connections. Lastly, the South China Morning Post calls for increased support for dementia patients in Hong Kong, particularly through the use of smart tracking devices to prevent them from going missing. Recent tragedies involving dementia sufferers have highlighted the urgent need for technological solutions and community resources. Experts emphasize that a significant percentage of dementia patients have experienced disorientation, and with the population aging, the issue is expected to grow. Advocates are urging the government to provide subsidies for tracking devices and to enhance public awareness and education about dementia. Successful initiatives, like Project Pinpoint, have already demonstrated the potential benefits of such technologies, but broader implementation and accessibility remain crucial to safeguarding vulnerable individuals. South China Morning Post highlights the remarkable journey of Cedric Ho Waihang, Hong Kong's top men's apiist, who has been making waves in the fencing world over the past 14 months. Ho's impressive achievements include winning a historic bronze medal at the Asian Games and qualifying for the Paris Olympic Games, where he aims to elevate his performance further. With the guidance of coach Nicola Lumin, Ho transformed his technique and mindset, realizing the importance of strategy over sheer physicality. As he embraces his newfound confidence, Ho is setting ambitious goals, including breaking into the top 10 world rankings and achieving podium finishes in upcoming championships. In another article, South China Morning Post reveals the growing demand for relationship managers and data analysts in Hong Kong's job market. With the financial services sector evolving, relationship managers are becoming crucial in guiding small and medium-sized enterprises through economic challenges. Major banks, such as DBS and Standard Chartered, are ramping up their hiring efforts to bolster their teams, particularly in wealth management. The article emphasizes the importance of soft skills, language proficiency, and data analytics in securing these coveted positions, as companies seek professionals who can navigate the complexities of client relations and emerging markets. Karine Maillard's leadership at the Grand Prix d'Horlogerie de Genève, GPHG, is celebrated in an insightful piece by South China Morning Post, showcasing her vision for the prestigious awards that honor excellence in watchmaking. Over the past 23 years, the GPHG has evolved from a small initiative to a globally recognized foundation, with Maillard at the forefront of its growth. Her commitment to diversity in watch design is evident in the introduction of new categories that reflect the changing tastes of consumers. Maillard's dedication to education and outreach aims to foster a deeper appreciation for horology, as she brings the GPHG's nominated watches to emerging markets, ensuring the future of watchmaking remains vibrant and inclusive. South China Morning Post highlights the somber history of Hong Kong during the festive season, particularly recalling the dark December of 1941 when the city surrendered to Japanese forces on Christmas Day after intense fighting. For many families, Christmas has since been a painful reminder of loss and destruction, as memories of wartime trauma linger, shaping the collective consciousness of the city. The remnants of that tumultuous past are still visible today, with war memorials and historical sites scattered throughout Hong Kong, serving as poignant reminders of lives forever altered by conflict. As residents navigate their holiday celebrations, they are often confronted with the weight of history, encouraging moments of reflection amidst the festive cheer. In the same publication, the focus shifts to actress Monica Barbaro, who is making waves with her role as Joan Baez in the upcoming Bob Dylan biopic, A Complete Unknown. with praise from Dylan himself, Barbaro has embraced the challenge of portraying the iconic folk singer, dedicating countless hours to mastering guitar and vocal techniques to authentically embody Baez's style. Barbaro's background as a trained dancer and her journey from a diverse musical upbringing to acting highlight her multifaceted talent. Despite facing self-doubt early in her career, she has emerged stronger and more confident, ready to take on significant roles, including her recent success in Top Gun, Maverick, and upcoming projects alongside Hollywood stars. The Toronto Star reports on Canadian activist Victor Ho, who has found himself at the center of controversy after Hong Kong authorities issued a warrant for his arrest, claiming he is wanted for national security offenses. Ho, along with fellow activists, has been targeted by police, prompting accusations of interference in Canadian sovereignty. Despite the serious implications, Ho has taken a defiant stance, expressing pride in the warrant and asserting his rights as a Canadian citizen. His involvement in promoting democratic initiatives for Hong Kong from abroad has placed him in a precarious position, raising questions about the extent of Hong Kong's reach beyond its borders and the implications for activists living in exile. The Toronto Star reports on Vancouver-based activist Victor Ho, who has found himself at the center of controversy after Hong Kong authorities issued an arrest warrant for him and other overseas activists. Ho, along with fellow Canadian Joe Tay, is being targeted for national security offenses, including secession and subversion, with a reward of 1 million Hong Kong dollars offered for information leading to their arrests. In a tongue-in-cheek Facebook post, Ho expressed pride over the warrant, calling it the best Christmas present, and emphasized his rights as a Canadian citizen to free speech. He is a former editor-in-chief of the Singtao Daily and is involved in organizing an unofficial Hong Kong parliament set for March 2025, which aims to give a voice to Hongkongers abroad. The South China Morning Post highlights a significant legislative move as U.S. President Joe Biden signed the National Defense Authorization Act, which extends sanctions against Hong Kong officials for another 5 years. This act, crucial for funding U.S. military operations, includes provisions targeting Chinese officials involved in human rights abuses. The sanctions have severely affected the lives of those targeted, including Hong Kong Chief Executive John Lee and former leader Carrie Lam, who have faced travel restrictions and financial limitations. The ongoing tension between the U.S. and China is palpable, with both sides engaging in a tit-for-tat exchange of sanctions and visa restrictions, reflecting the broader geopolitical struggle over issues like espionage and trade practices. In another story covered by the South China Morning Post, Brazilian pop star Anitta has recently made headlines for her new relationship with footballer Vinicius Souza. The couple was spotted together at Paris Fashion Week, showcasing their romance publicly for the first time. Souza, a rising star in football, began his career at Flamengo and has since played in Belgium and Spain before signing with Sheffield United. He maintains a close friendship with Real Madrid's Vinicius Jr., having played together in their youth. Anitta, known for her high-profile relationships, appears to have found a new spark with Souza, who is 6 years her junior, and the couple seems to be enjoying their time together both on and off the field. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6-do brief via email.
Scrolling through the headlines, another crazy day. 6 degrees of stories, connecting in their way. From the weather to the sports, and everything we see. People making news on TV screens for free. 6-degree world, where the news comes in a whirl. Every story ties together like a ribbon in a twirl. Sit back and watch it all, big and small they call. From city lights to countryside, we're connected after all. A laugh, a cry, a sigh, news is flying high. From city lights to countryside, we're connected after all. A laugh, a cry, a sigh, news is flying high. No matter where you are, you'll never fall from the buzz. 6-degree world, where the news comes in a whirl. Every story ties together